Hi, I'm Leroy.
Hey, I'm Kat. We're
the
the
Gooch
Gooch Palms,
Palms.
and we're at Groovin The Moo with the AU review.
Yay! It was awesome. I was really stoked on how many kids came out early, and it's probably the first festival where that many kids have turned up that early. It was really great, yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. We had a great time. We always have a good time, even if no one else is, but it was good to see people were actually enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
So I think a few people were a bit like,
There was
I
a few
don't know what I'm
first-timers.
watching.
Yeah.
But by the end, they kind of got the gist. It was okay.
Yeah, it was great. Today, there was just a bit of showing of the G-string. There was no full frontal nudity. We're going to America later this year, so I don't want to mark against my name for being arrested for nudity or anything like that.
In front of young children.
Yeah, so we still have just as much fun in the daytime as we do in the nighttime, but just...
It's very different playing at 11:15 to playing at 11:15 at night, though. Like, it's a whole different world, but it doesn't change that much, really. He's gone pretty far. I'm a normal person that just stands there and dances
as far
a
as
bit.
you can physically take it, pretty much. Like, I very rarely wear clothes. I've stuck certain things in certain places, and
You've smashed your face in a lot with your microphone.
I've, like, schooner glass over my head. I've had like beer bottles thrown at me.
You've dove into glass.
Yeah. So, but the older I seem to get, and the more that people seem to know the band now and have bought the record and actually know the songs, the less you sort of have to hurt yourself. So I'm really enjoying. I can't wait for the second album where I can wear a suit. I think it sold out within a month. All the vinyl sold out. It's been pretty crazy for, like, you know, coming off a bedroom label, which is Anti-Fade Records. We went from playing like a 200 sold out on the album launch and then sold out 450 at Oxford Art Factory 3 months later. So it just seems like every month it rolls past, more and more people are really getting into it. And it's great because we always wanted to be where we are right now, but when you're such a minimal, punky sort of band and you're not playing like the in-fashion sort of genre, you don't expect to sort of get to where we are now, and it's awesome, and we hope more kids start playing music like us. It'd be great. It pretty much, the album's about before we moved to Sydney, and then as we've gotten a little bit older, moved back, and we really enjoy where we live and that we can keep to ourselves, and we're super productive in Newcastle. Where in Sydney, you've always got some sort of social outing to go to, and we've got a million friends in Sydney. So in Newcastle, we don't really have any friends because they've all moved away. So like when we go, we're going to spend this weekend recording, we can actually not be interrupted, and like we like the beach. And
that's got its positives and negatives. That's what, like, especially our song We Get By, it's about being Jack of Newcastle and being like, oh, thank God we're getting out, going to Sydney, playing a show. Then we're in Sydney, we're like, oh, it's so busy and everyone's so fake. Let's go back to Newcastle. And we're coming home going, Newcastle.
Yeah.
So it's really, it does get boring, but it also...
But we play so many
it's
shows.
Nice and peaceful.
It makes us tour a lot as well. Like,
yeah, we're not
we just finished doing like 10 shows with Palms on the Palmarama tour, and then we just did 4 shows with 2 American bands, Hunks and Shannon and the Clams. And then we're like going to do a few more shows, and then we're going to America for like over a month and a half. So like because of the boredom, we're out
and we
of
can
Newcastle
do that
a lot, and we're like, okay, we need to do another tour. Yeah, and we can afford to. Yeah. So it's like whatever's kind of happening at that moment that the pen and paper are hitting. Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess you guys, since you're touring more and then the album's coming out, there's going to be a different type of theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Like, we won't record till next year.
Yeah.
So like, we'll be back from doing our first ever tour out of Australia, and playing with heaps of different bands can also influence as well. Like, we're like, I really like recently we just toured with one of my favorite bands in the world, Shannon and the Clams, and she has one of the most incredible voices, and it was really awesome to watch and sort of see how the different ways she uses her voice. So like that has like inspired me to write a few new songs as well, and more bands that we play with overseas as well will probably inspire us, and that'll probably
I feel
determine.
like the next album won't be as obvious in theme.
Yeah.
Where it was like space, Newcastle. This next one will probably just be a collection, I'd say.
Yeah. It'll be just a collection of things that we're going through and stuff like that. Yeah.